It's a beautiful bacon day, Cookie Crusaders. Today we're going to be covering costumes. This might be something very familiar to players that have played the game for a long while, but we're going to be covering it for everybody. That way there's a full understanding of what they are and why they're important. So as you can see, as of currently, in April of 2022, we have 74 released costumes, some of which are commons, some of which are rares, and some of which are epics. We have not gotten any released or confirmed legendary costumes as of yet. They may be something that could come in the future, and that would be really cool. However, I don't think that we're going to, as it's a very new feature, so I feel like that if we did, it'd be a very down the road kind of thing. As you can see, they give little story descriptions, they give very good looks and understanding of what they are and why they're there. So they're not just extra fluff, they're actually lore-related costumes, and I love that the most about them, is that they tie either into relationships of cookies, into adventures they've had, into the persona that they are. That's what I love the most about them, is that they're not just extra skins that you can get for just the sake of getting. And I really like that they didn't do it as a, here, spend more money in the game feature, but rather, here, this is going to take a currency to get because it's special, but also it has a purpose and a reason behind it. Now here's why it's important. If you go here into the costume sets, you can see that the annual grand ball, the snowflake choir, the holiday gift, the Halloween costumes, the danger mala hot pot, the tropical whale tour, the fall camping trip, and the pink juice incident, which is the newest one. If we look at all those are the current buffs that we're getting. So this is why it's important. If you come in and you get these costumes, you're going to get additional buffs that act very similar to Cookie Bonds. Almost the same. And so you're going to get extra attack, you're going to get extra defense, and you're going to get extra HP onto all of your cookies. And some of them have a little less, some of them have a little more. So all of them are going to be very helpful for that reason. And so that is a reason I would highly suggest getting these done and gotten if you can. And the easiest way, of course, is finishing all the missions that you see that come up for these costume points. If you're really starving for costume points and you have nothing left to spend, then you can come into the mileage shop and get them too. Now, in my mileage video, this was my last recommended item before treasure tickets or even EXP jellies, because those are going to have more weight and more impact on your gameplay than the costumes are. But I will say that they stand above the arena tickets and they stand above the time spenders, because you get a permanent buff rather than a instant kind of helping aid per se. So that's where you can come and get them. But remember, it takes 300 for a single draw, 1500 for 5 draw. And then when you've drawn enough and you get down here and you get these stars all the way up to 100, then you can actually just pick out a costume that you want. And this is a really nice feature too, that you do have that option, because you've drawn and drawn and drawn and you just really haven't gotten lucky. Well, now you can come and pick what you want. And so I really like that part about it too. But these are important. They are something that are good to get. I do recommend, if you can, wait for banners when they have them. They don't always have them, but they will. They had them during the Halloween event because it was a special and they wanted people to have some epic costumes. And they did again for Coco's banner, I believe, because it was a Christmas event. They did not add very many costumes into the new one, or I shouldn't say many epic costumes. So I believe that was the reason that they didn't put up a banner for it, because there wasn't a real large amount of epics to pull. So if we get more costumes that have more epics, I'm sure that we'll get a banner for that. And as you might know, if you have or have not finished already, the spring picnic, if you get all the way done with the 12th lap, you will have accumulated at least 1,300 of the cubes, which means you only need 200 more cubes to do a 5 pull. So that's pretty nice too. So those are ways you can currently get those rewards and events taken care of. You have 8 days left for the spring picnic event to try and get it that way too. Let me know in the comments what you think, if there's any specific costume you love the most. Are you hoping that other costumes are going to be releasing the next update? Do you think they will release more costume next update? Let me hear your thoughts and what you are hoping for with the costumes. Maybe you want to see more bonds. I'd love to hear it all. Thank you so much for stopping by, and have a wonderful day.